vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cutting the edge, unlocking the future and letting it go. This is a calling that's higher, the time we decided our stories are gonna be told. This is where legends are born, we paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws, this is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws, this is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making, reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Something coming, I can feel it, deep down in my spirit. Revolution, it's a new day, time to redefine the limits. So vivid, I can see it, so loud, I can hear it. So they calling me a madman, but the future belongs to the fearless. Break the rules, break the laws, this is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws, this is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness.
Hello and welcome to episode number 35 of WITM Season 7, and we have a stacked Monday Night Raw with 3 WITM matches on the card. First off, it is going to be a triple threat match featuring 3 men looking to climb their way up the United States Championship ladder, perhaps be the first challenger to 2 men will be facing off for the United States title in our second matchup. It is going to be Austin Theory versus WITM's Austin Rage versus Cedric Alexander. And then speaking of that United States title matchup, that'll be our second matchup on this edition of Raw, as it is going to be DJ Rage making his first defense in the United States Championship against his long-time number 1 contender, The Miz. And then we're going to see a rare heel versus heel matchup in our third match on Raw, as I was going to be Dalton Roush, fresh off of his second pay-per-view victory over DJ Rage, taking on Seth Rollins, the Visionary, who's in the midst of a feud of his own with Cody Rhodes. But first, we do have a promo segment, so let's head to the ring for that segment. Okay, we see a rare appearance from Dan Rage, who has made his way inside the ring and already has a microphone in his hand to kick off tonight's edition of Raw, the Raw immediately following WrestleMania Backlash. What does he have to say? My name is Dan Rage. I'm the former head trainer for WITM. I am currently backstage personnel for the WWE, and I am the first generation wrestler of the Rage family. And lately I've been displeased with what's been going on with my family in the WWE. Over the past few months, we've seen Dalton Roush and DJ Rage beat, bloody, and injure each other. Austin Rage was slammed into cement backstage. Matthew had to get involved in his first 2 WWE matches and suffered an injury in his very first match. And Bloody Cabbages broke up partially due to cabbages getting dragged into this family drama. I want to see my family come together, not drift apart. So,
addressing those beneath from high above, convincing his belief for what you love, baiting every hook with filthy lies.
Dalton Roush has made his way to the ring. What does he have to say to Dan Rage? This only ends when I say it does, and last time I checked, there's still one victim left on my list. You.
Said I was just a youngin' with dreams that I can make it. I was living with my dad, writing lyrics in the basement, and I had to be consistent. I can never get complacent, cause my time is getting close, yeah, and I can almost taste it.
Okay, so as Dalton Roush was about to attack Dan Rage with a chair, DJ Rage's music hit, and he made his way to the ring to attempt to stop the attack on Dan Rage by Dalton. Now, now DJ has a microphone in hand. What does he have to say to Dalton? Dalton, look, you and I both know that Dan suffered a career-ending injury in his last match in WWE. If you hit him with that chair, it could paralyze him, or worse. So if it's a fight you want, why don't you fight me in 4 weeks at Hell in a Cell? And if I'm still United States Champion in 4 weeks, I'll put my title on the line. Dalton responds, honestly, I should already be United States Champion considering I just beat you on pay-per-view. To save your dad, I have 2 conditions of my own. Number 1, that match will be contested inside of the demonic structure known as the Hell in a Cell, where I can finish you off once and for all. And condition number 2, should you somehow survive that match, it will still be the last time I am forced to share my spotlight with you, because the loser of that match, which will of course be you yet again, will leave Monday Night Raw. DJ Rage responds, I accept, but make no mistake, at Hell in a Cell, after months of hell that you put me and my family through, I finally get my revenge.
Said I was just a youngin' with dreams that I could make it. I was living with my dad, writing lyrics in the basement, and I had to be consistent. I could never get complacent, cause my time was getting close, yeah, and I can always taste it. This a warning for anyone in the way. I've been on a mission, ain't shit that's gonna change. Yeah, they told me that I'm next, so I step into the play with a mic in my hand, yeah, I'm about to swing away. Yeah, I know it's no joke, I've been swinging for the fence, so don't even quote me unless you're working with the feds. Ever since I can remember, I had lyrics in my head. Took a moment just to notice I was gifted with the pen, so I started going off on anybody with balls, cause all you really be talking about.
Okay, so we just witnessed the fallout from WrestleMania Backlash between Dalton, Roush, and DJ Rage, and it was huge. Dan Rage called for the rivalry to stop and the family feud, family drama to end. Dalton Roush said, I still have one victim left, and it is you, to Dan Rage, and hit him with the side of a bullet and went to attack him with a chair. But DJ Rage came out to save his father from a potential injury and said that instead of Dalton attacking Dan, he will fight Dalton one more time, the 3rd time in their rivalry on pay-per-view at Hell in a Cell, and put his United States title on the line should he still have that title in 4 weeks. Dalton said that's not quite good enough. That United States title match must be contested inside of the Hell in a Cell structure, and that match will be a loser leaves Raw match. So we have a huge match confirmed for our next pay-per-view in 4 Universe weeks at Hell in a Cell. It will be a United States title match between will be United States title match should DJ still have the title going into Hell in a Cell. Inside of the Hell in a Cell in a loser leaves Raw match. Whether or not the US title is on the line or not, still huge stakes. Because no matter what, the loser of the match will leave Raw and their WWE future will be in question. But that is still 4 weeks away, and we have 3 matches here on Raw, starting with Austin Rage versus Austin Theory versus Cedric Alexander in a triple threat match to see who climbs up the rankings and the United States title division. Let's get our in-ring action underway, starting with this match.
Dream I'd have it all. Now it's mine and I won't let go. In the dark I feel it home. Time is fast and now I roam. Used to dream I'd have it all. Now it's mine and I won't let go. Now it's mine and I won't yeah. I had to wake up from a cold world. Had to get it all on my own. I got no handouts, but still I stand out. And no stepping till the whole world sees me blow up like a phoenix. Rise from the demons. They wanna see me fall, but it won't happen now. If you believe it, oh, you can achieve it. But once you got that,
A-Town.
Yo.
let's go! A-Town down! Scream it out loud! A-Town down! Future's right now! A-Town down! Tearing the place down! A-Town down! Like how that sounds! Yeah! You see the future right in front of your eyes. Headed to the top and it's not a surprise. Laying in. You were the dreadful as a child. A-Town down, my style, my style. Get loud, I'm ready to take over. Put that work in from start to the day's over. All day, let's believe I'm doing it my way. All day, victory staring in my face. All day, I do it like the best and it's obvious. Knock 'em down one by one, nobody's all day. Let's believe I'm doing it my way. All day, victory staring in my face. All day, I do it like the best and it's obvious. Knock 'em down one by one, nobody's left. Let's go! A-Town down! Scream it out loud! A-Town down! Future's right now! A-Town down! Tearing the place down! A-Town down! Like how that sounds! Let's go! Do whatever it takes to get to the top!
And there's the bell. This triple threat match is underway. Which man will climb up the United States Division rankings? As already Rage going for a cover on Alexander, broken up by Theory. Rage with a standing flip to Theory as Alexander tries to get the WWE Universe behind him. And there's Rage striking away at Alexander. Now a temporary alliance between Theory and Rage, but Alexander gets the best of both of them, smacking their heads together. Sunset flipped by Rage to Alexander as Theory looks on. And now Rage attacking the fingers of Theory. Even going a little old school to take Theory onto the canvas. Now Alexander strikes away at Rage. And a takedown by Alexander. That's going to send Rage to the outside to recover. Theory is reversed by Alexander. Alexander is reversed by Theory. Alexander reverses Theory and connects with an elbow strike to the back. Springboard and Zaguri misses. Standing moonsault connects. Rage has made his way back to the ring as Theory is ready to attack. Nice reversal by Rage. And springboard attack will miss. And now with Alexander in the corner, Theory connects with an SCO to Rage. Reversal by Alexander to Theory as Rage taunts them. Now with Theory on the ropes, Rage goes after Alexander and clears the ring of him and now can focus on Austin Theory. Neckbreaker connects and now mounted punches to Theory. As Alexander begins to make his way back to the ring, there's a reversal by Theory. And now Theory and Alexander team up for a cutter. And now a standing moonsault by Theory, who goes for cover as Alexander taunts and gets a 2 count. And now as Rage heads outside to recover, Theory and Alexander fight inside the ring. Alexander with a beautiful powerbomb to Theory. And another nice looking attack. I believe that was a signature as he now attacks the arms of Theory. Rage makes his way back to the ring and taunts. Now with Theory stunned, Alexander forces Rage to the ropes, or at least tries to, but he fights it off with elbow strikes. Rage with a variation of the baby rock bottom, but now Theory with an elbow strike. And attacks the elbow. Theory forces Rage into the corner, but reversal by Rage. And Rage tosses Theory outside the ring, but there's Alexander with an arm drag and a drop kick. Now Alexander setting up for a finisher. Good opportunity for Alexander with Theory outside the ring, but reversal by Rage. And now as Theory taunts them from the apron, Rage has Alexander up on his shoulders and plants him into the canvas with a finisher. And Alexander powers out at 2.5. Now as Theory taunts, that leaves him open for Rage to attack him. But Theory responds with several strikes of his own and a massive suplex. And now as Rage heads to the outside, Theory takes flight and connects with a diving elbow drop. And now stomps on the head, but reversal by Alexander. Kick to the back. Alexander now looking to take flight. Wants Theory on his feet first, and the diving axe handle connects. Theory forced up. Springboard DDT connects. Rage is back into the ring as Theory heads to the outside. Slam by Alexander, reversal by Rage. Both men have finishers. And Rage is going to take flight here and look to use his. And that will connect as he goes for cover, but Alexander gets a rope break. Rage trying to get the WWE Universe behind him, but Theory's back into the ring and he'll go after Alexander. As Rage continues to taunt. Theory now ahead, or rather Alexander will head to the outside to recover. As Theory is reversed by Rage, and he connects with a suplex. Rage yet again looking for support of the WWE Universe as he prepares the Rage kick. And that is reversed by Theory. As Theory folds Rage up and plants him into the canvas. There's an Irish whip into the corner. Massive DDT by Theory. And now he takes out Alexander with both men down. This is a great opportunity for Theory. And Austin Theory is going to take this match with Austin Rage having a no decision.
Here is your winner, Austin Theory. Let's go. A-Town down. Scream it out loud. A-Town down. Future's right now. A-Town down. Tearing the place down. A-Town down. Like how that sounds.
Alright, and now is time for a title match as DJ Rage will defend the United States title in his first defense of the title, taking on the man who's been sitting at the number one contendership spot for the last few weeks, The Miz, who has held a lot of titles in his career, looking to add one more and in DJ Rage's first singles title reign pretty early on. Will DJ Rage be able to retain, or will The Miz add another title to his collection? Let's find out and get this United States title match between the defending champion DJ Rage and his number one contender The Miz underway.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship. Awesome! I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees. I came to play. To the good old days. They're never coming back. Watch a few. I came to play. Get my dues paid. I guess you had a dream, but it can't be saved. I came to play. script is to the letter, and I'll write your final verse.
Said I was just a youngin' with dreams that I could make it. I was living with my dad, writing lyrics in the basement, and I had to be consistent. I could never get complacent, cause my time was getting close, yeah, and I can almost taste it. This a warning for anyone in the way. I've been on a mission, ain't shit that's gonna change. Yeah, they told me that I'm next, so I step into the play with a mic in my hand, yeah, I'm about to swing away. Yeah, I know it's no joke, I've been swinging for the fence, so don't even quote me unless you're working with the feds. Ever since I can remember, I had lyrics in my head. Took a moment just to notice I was gifted with the pen, so I started going off on anybody with balls, cause all you really be talking about is money and the cause. And you claiming that you're gangster, but you never caught a charge. You've been flexing with a chain that really ain't even yours. The industry full of frauds, I really don't get it. How people can bow down to clowns with no message. I don't really need a label, I'd rather be independent. People fucking with me cause I'm authentic, and I gotta stay woke, so I'm sticking to the guidelines. Full court press, got you suckers on the sidelines. Whole lot of shade, ain't nobody blocking my shine. Fuck the industry, I'm making history, it's my time. People talk shit, but I can never trust that. Say you got the heat, but homie, you ain't never bust back. I've been doing this shit since I was a rough rat. I was dropping hits, you was still up in the nutsack. You ain't got a rap, but you say you won't smoke. I'ma get the last laugh, but the kid is no joke. Acrobatic with the pants, turning heads like rope. I ain't saying I'm the best, but I'm pretty damn close. Let's toast, yeah, this one goes out to every label that I passed up. If you understand me, let me see you put your glass up. Pour a little liquor for the ones who didn't make it, cause the chances ain't given, man. You gotta go and take it, I'ma take mine. Gas pedal to the floor, no brake lines. Clock ticking, but you know I don't waste time. 30 on my hip like the numbers on my waistline. No break times, no holidays, I ain't taking days off. I'ma keep on writing until I'm getting paid off. People go insane cause they heard I'm about to take off.
Introducing the challenger from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz! And introducing the champion from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 223 pounds. He is the WWE United States Champion, DJ Rage.
And there is a title on the line, the first singles title that DJ Rage has held in his career, and he is making his first defense of it against a man who is no stranger to holding championships, The Miz. Will DJ Rage be able to successfully defend against The Miz? There's the bell. This U.S. title match is underway, and they lock up in the center. Miz Irish rips Rage into the corner, but Rage with a reversal to force Miz into the corner. Elbow strike, series of elbow strikes by Rage. And now a nice springboard attack by Rage. Now mounted punches. And reversal by Miz. Suplex by Miz. Miz attacking the head, and now a knee to the back. Now Miz working the arm and takes Rage down to the canvas. Elbow strike by Rage. Now they lock up, a reversal by Rage, and you see he goes for a springboard attack with Miz right there, but somehow it connects. And now repeated knees to the head of Miz. Yet another springboard attack connects. And now Miz catches the leg and takes Rage down to the canvas. Miz attacks the back and now the chest. And now Miz stretching out DJ Rage using his knees. And Rage is able to get out, but does have some damage to the chest. And now the head of Rage planted straight into the canvas as Miz hits the top rope. And Rage is able to evade. Now a series of strikes by Rage, a series of elbows. They lock up. Miz in a fireman's carry position. And spiked into the top turnbuckle where he is busted open. But a reversal by Miz. And they lock up. Miz has Rage in a fireman's carry position and sends him into the top rope. Miz goes for cover. And Rage powers out at 1. And a DDT connects. Miz pins down the arm of Rage and stomps away at the hand. Now forces Rage up. And that will connect. A signature move for Miz. Miz was looking for the figure 4 leg lock, but Rage reversed and earned a signature of his own, but went for the Superman punch, and Miz evaded. But there is the Rage of God. Does Rage remain United States Champion? He does, but only because the match continues. And now Rage shooting up the band, looking for the Rage kick. Straight to that bloodied face of Miz, and now Rage wasting no time looking for another Rage of God. But Miz reverses. That very well could have been enough, but now it's Rage busted open. We have ourselves a war for the United States title, and nearly a new United States champion, but just a nick of time, Rage powers out to keep his reign alive, at least for the time being. Rage with a springboard 450, but just misses Miz. And now Miz has another finisher build up. We could be on our way to seeing a new United States champion. But Rage turns it into a pin of his own. And nearly puts Miz away. But this match continues. Stomp to the bloody face of Miz. Repeated stomps to the chest. Rage looking to take flight. And that connects. Springboard moonsault connects. Or rather a lion salt. Miz forced up. Reversal by Miz. Rage playing into the canvas. Great back and forth United States title matchup here. Rage dragged closer to center ring. As Miz is going for the figure 4. Good position, center ring. Are we about to see a new United States champion? No, Rage is able to turn it over. And actually takes a little bit out of Miz. Both men are hurt from that attack. As Rage goes back on the attack, forces Miz into the corner. Miz sent to the top turnbuckle. And Rage with a sunset flip off the top turnbuckle. Again, taking a little bit out of both men. WWE Universe loving what they're seeing as Miz forced up for another Rage of God. Does DJ Rage retain? Yes, DJ Rage remains United States Champion, and a great back and forth match with The Miz.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE United States Champion, DJ Rage.
Said I was just a youngin' with dreams that I could make it. I was living with my dad, writing lyrics in the basement, and I had to be consistent. I could never get complacent, cause my time was getting close, yeah, and I can always taste it. This a warning for anyone in the way. I've been on a mission, ain't shit that's gonna change. Yeah, they told me that I'm next, so I stepped into the play with a mic in my hand. Yeah, I'm about to swing away. Yeah, I know it's no joke, I've been swinging for the fence.
Okay, and last but not least, we have a rare heel versus heel matchup as Dalton Roush, who has replaced his losing streak with a winning streak. He defeated Matthew Rage last week on NXT, and he defeated DJ Rage in their second pay-per-view matchup at WrestleMania Backlash. Now is a heel versus heel matchup as Dalton Roush will take on Seth Rollins. Both men taking a break from their respective feuds as Dalton Roush has been feuding with DJ Rage over the last few weeks, and Seth Rollins has been feuding with Cody Rhodes on pay-per-view since his return to WWE at WrestleMania. Which man will carry momentum into their respective rivalries? Let's find out and get our third and final match of the episode underway. It's Dalton Roush versus Seth Rollins. And there's the bell. This match is underway, and these two men have history. Remember back in, I believe it was WITM Season 3, when Dean Ambrose was injured, Dalton Roush was his temporary replacement in the Shield. So these two men used to be stablemates, but now they find themselves opponents here on Monday Night Raw as the heels in two different rivalries that have been going on the pay-per-views. Rollins against Rhodes and Roush against DJ Rage. And Rollins in control early on as he forces Dalton to his feet, but he catches the leg. And a clothesline by Rollins. Or rather Rage. Or wow. Roush. Think lots of R names to get mixed up, I guess. Rollins forced up to his feet and tossed across the ring. And there is mounted punches by Dalton. And an axe handle by Dalton. And now a series of strikes sends Rollins into the corner, and there's a headbutt by Dalton. Takedown by Rollins and a knee. Now Dalton forced up to his feet. They lock up. Takedown and kick by Rollins. And now Dalton forced up. Rollins looking for the ripcord knee. Dalton catches the leg, but Rollins is still able to connect with an enziguri. Rollins forced up. Suplex by Dalton. And again, Rollins just tossed across the ring. As Dalton connects with a baby rock bottom and goes for cover. And Seth powers out at 2. Now reversal by Rollins. Elbow strike by Rollins. Rollins stomping away at the leg. Dalton forced up. Suplex by Dalton. Dalton looking for the side of a bullet, but Rollins reverses. And connects with a DDT and goes for cover. Dalton powers out at 1. And now Rollins looking for the curb stomp. And that will connect. Rollins goes for cover. And Dalton powers out at 2.5. Even though this is a heel versus heel match, the WWE Universe thoroughly enjoying it, chanting, "We are not worthy," as Rollins setting up for something. Beautiful enziguri from behind Dalton to send his head into the red zone. Dalton now at risk of injury. Rollins went for finisher. Dalton was able to catch the leg, and now plants the feet of Rollins into the canvas. And now Dalton plants Rollins onto the top rope. Dalton has a finisher built up. Roush is bleeding. That injury from Backlash reopened by Rollins. Dalton forced on the ropes. Now reverse STO as Rollins goes for cover. But Dalton gets a rope break with his foot. Rollins doesn't want to break to cover, but is forced to, and now attacks the elbow of Dalton. And they lock up. Rollins is able to connect. Stomp to the blade head of Dalton. Rollins now with a submission to the head of Dalton, but rope break once again. And now attacking the elbow. Rollins looking to take flight. And Dalton wisely puts the knees up to reverse. Now Rollins forced to his feet. Dalton finally going to use that finisher, side of a bullet, and goes for cover. And Rollins powers out at 2.5. We have ourselves another great back and forth match here on Raw. Rollins up to his feet, but only to eat a baby rock bottom as Dalton goes into mounted punches. Rollins not at risk of injury with his chest in the red zone. Dalton back to mounted punches. Rollins doing his best to block, but failing, and now it's Rollins busted open. As Dalton looks for another side of a bullet. And massive side of a bullet connects. And Dalton's winning streak remains alive as he puts away Seth Rollins.
Here is your winner,
Okay, and here is your results and rankings update for this edition of Raw. In a number one contenders match for a future shot at Asuka's Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch earned herself a future title shot by defeating Carmella. Bianca Belair defeated Sonya Deville. In our first of three WITM matches, Austin Theory defeated Cedric Alexander and Austin Rage. Liv Morgan defeated Nikki ASH. In our second of three WITM matches, DJ Rage retained the United States Championship by defeating The Miz. In our third WITM matchup, Dalton Roush defeated Seth Rollins. And in the main event, the Alpha Academy retained the Raw Tag Team Championships by defeating RK Bro. And how does that affect the rankings on Raw? Let's find out. The 24/7 champion is Shanky. The Raw Women's Champion is Asuka, number one contender and future opponent for the Raw Women's title, Becky Lynch. Number 2, Liv Morgan. Number 3, Bianca Belair. Number 4, Carmella. Number 5, Sonya Deville. Number 6, Tamina. Number 7, Rhea Ripley. Number 8, Alexa Bliss. Number 9, Nikki ASH. Number 10, Dana Brooke. And number 11, Doudrop. The Raw Tag Team Champions are the Alpha Academy, number 1 contender, Street Profits. Number 2, RK Bro. Number 3, Mysterios. And number 4, Dirty Dogs. The United States Champion is still DJ Rage, number 1 contender, now Mustafa Ali. Number 2, The Miz. Number 3, Damian Priest. Number 4, Austin Rage. Number 5, Austin Theory. Number 6, R-Truth. Number 7, Reggie. Number 8, Tommaso Ciampa. Number 9, T-Bar. Number 10, Veer Mahan. Number 11, Finn Balor. Number 12, Ezekiel. Number 13, Shelton Benjamin. Number 14, Akira Tozawa. Number 15, Cedric Alexander. Number 16, Omos. The WWE Champion is Brock Lesnar. Number 1 contender, Edge. Number 2, Bobby Lashley. Number 3, Dalton Roush. Number 4, Seth Rollins. Number 5, Cody Rhodes. Number 6, Kevin Owens. And number 7, AJ Styles. So now we advance to NXT 2.0. Will we see any WITM matches on that card? We will find out shortly. And yes, Youngblood will be making his return to singles action in the main event of NXT 2.0 after the breakup of Bloody Cabbages last week, as he'll be taking on Sangha in the main event. But that is going to do it for episode number 35. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of WITM action until episode number 36, where Youngblood returns to singles action against Sangha. This is Corey with WITM CAW Wrestling, signing off.